A news update for March the 13th, 2018. This is Michael DeSilvas reporting. Want to say hi to Janine Brown, the landlord here at Harbor Square, residing here, watching the video. Want to say hi to Linda Price, the lawyer who actually is watching them too. And I want to say hi to HUD. How y'all doing today? Not to be smart or cute, but I know you're all watching. And so I might as well just give you a show of what we're talking about. In other stories today, since we got such a little audience fanfare here, which is good, we have VCU has mumps going on. Some people have been exposed to mumps, and some people have been exposed and it's spreading around there at VCU. So I don't know what's going on there. And mumps is not a good thing to get. I mean, because it'll give you diarrhea. And it'll make you upchuck your lunch or whatever you eat. The next story is they're setting off blast to help control future avalanches to help to prevent them, so it will not kill people. So that's a good thing that they're engineering blast to help diminish the risk of real fatal avalanches coming down to kill people. So that's good they're able to stop them. Another thing also. We'd like to tell you about is that the Talberts, Mr. and Mrs. Talbert, a pastor from a church here in Virginia, was at their North Carolina home when the two were robbed last weekend. We were waiting to put this story together because of the validity of it and trying to get all the information. We wanted to make sure we carefully said the words right. Now, the pastor is an ongoing preacher at this church, and he's still preaching, from what I understand. But his wife was a former clinical psychologist, and she was also currently formally teaching as a Sunday school teacher there. The two people last Friday night were robbed by two men who got the wife and took her to a bank and had her withdraw $1,000 out of her bank account. Then brought her back, tied them both up, beat them pretty bad, and then tied them up and set their house on fire. The husband was able to get free, to get out of the house. When he went back to try to get her, it was too late. She was already gone. So sad condolences go out to the family. It's horrible what happened. It's like I said, we're not free from persecution, as the Bible tells us, because there are bad people. And these two robbers are at large and still at large tonight. They could be in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, or New York. They could be in any of these areas by now. Or they could still be in Virginia. They could be local in North Carolina still. These people they are believed to be driving around the silver Mercedes that they stole from this couple. If you see this person or these persons of interest, don't try to approach them, but contact the authorities to let them know as to where their whereabouts are. Don't try to engage them in a conversation or do anything, because they could be armed, and could be armed with a weapon or knife, and they could do damage to you or kill you, just like they did that couple in North Carolina that night, which is horrible. It's inexcusable, but that's what happened. So please, our thoughts and prayers go out to that family, like we said. And also at Harbor Square News, this morning I woke up and Barbara was out there talking to somebody, and she said that some charges had been brought up against her. Now, I don't know who filed them, because to tell you the truth, I didn't file them, really, and I'm telling the truth because I didn't file them. But Barbara said that there has been charges that have been brought up against her. Now, I don't know if the Shields had something to do with that, or the Hanover County's doing that, because the slander accusations about me being in her computer and also hacking into her Wi-Fi, or how Wi-Fi is around the apartment complex, was all totally slanderous and was totally false. The police could be filing charges against her because they were wrong, because they know I'm getting kicked out of here. And, she did slander me, and she did make slanderous accusations against me. So that could be what these charges are. Another thing also, that she's going around telling everybody and telling the landlord that I'm just this horrible person and I cause a lot of trouble with a lot of people. The only people I've really caused trouble in here, Linda Price, is mainly Patricia Tyler, Barbara Poe, and Danny's the only people I had trouble with. As far as everybody else is concerned, I haven't had any problems with anybody. None of them. Now, these other people, what they've done is gone around and circumvented this stuff, and this is before they found out about YouTube, so that's not going to work, Linda Price. They try to say, well, everybody's hearing about all the rumors through me on YouTube because that's a big crock of crap. And you know it as well as I know it because they just discovered this thing about 5 weeks ago. So, that's why I'm getting evicted. So anyway, but never to say less. And besides, I know that the landlord subscribed to my channel. So I know she's watching because she was informed by it by Patricia Tyler and Barbara Poe. They're the ones that told them and let them know about the channel. It's not against the law to talk about stuff here. I'm not putting the community in a bad light. If you try to say that, that's false and felonious because I'm not putting the community in a bad light. I'm only talking about people that treated me wrong or treated me badly. That's why I'm saying this stuff, not because I'm painting the community in a bad light. That's not going to hold water because I never said that. Harbor Square is a nice community. It's got good apartments. They're designed really well. The only thing is it's got some bad people in it. The cats that I mentioned are Barbara Poe, Patricia Tyler, and when Danny was here. They were bad people. Juanita in Building 3 is another bad person. Faye, that's in Building 5. She's another bad person. There's some redhead that lives in Building 6 that Barbara talks to. All right, and she's another one of the cats in her clique. Just like I said, and some people in Building 2 Barbara talks to. And they're part of the clique too. So, and they say there's no clique here. Janine says that and assures me, but there is a clique here because when they can sit here and lie about you and get 3 people to tell the same exact lies, like Janine said, they all say the same thing. It's not because they're telling the truth, it's because they're all telling the same lie. Because they all get together and brief and compare notes, and that's kind of why this has happened. It's not made up. It's what they really have done and what they're continuing to do. That's why Barbara's behaving herself, because she thinks I'm leaving. At least that's what everybody else thinks too. Because Juanita said to me, just to let you know, just yesterday, she said, I thought you already moved out of here. And I said, this calmly to her, I said, well, maybe you ought to stop listening to the gossip here so much, because that's what's going on around here, because there's too much of it going on around here in Harbor Square anyway. Maybe you ought to pay attention to a thing called facts. Instead of listening to the rumors, why don't you start listening to the facts? Because it's just too much gossip going on. And she went upstairs, But that's what she said to me the day before yesterday. That's what Juanita said. And it's one of Barbara Poe's friends. And also Joan is one of Barbara Poe's friends that lives next to my Uncle Jim in the other building too. So she might be part of this clique as well. And I do believe that because they were talking. But anyway, just to give you an idea, let me give you a hypothetical thing here. Just speaking about things. Noise. I get this noise violation last year, right? All right, doesn't say nothing about loud music or nothing, just says noise. Now, I think, noise can be interpreted as someone who speaks his mind and who stands up for himself when people are taunting him, harassing him, inciting things, starting arguments with him. Like me. That's who I'm talking about, to him. And so I speak up for myself because I'm not going to take crap off of people who are acting like that. I'm not going to sit there and put up with it or take it because I don't have to. And so people say I make noise because I speak up for myself. That's the noise I think Janine's talking about because she don't like it because I'm smart. And so therefore, they have all these violations, most of them because I'm defending myself from people saying stuff. I mean, when Danny said stuff to me, he provoked it. It's just like he got my face spitting all over me and saying to hit him 4 times, and I didn't do it. I didn't get mad. He was one real mad. Barbara, the same thing. Punching my door, saying I was in her computer. And she did it 8 other times, even just a couple months ago, before she became a nun and became all this well-modeled tenant. Which is a crock of you-know-what. To say the least, because she's not that at all. But, lately, last 4.5 weeks, she's been acting like this. And even the neighbors keep saying stuff to me, and they've been saying it every day. All the time while this has been going on. It's just something weird with Barbara. I said, that's because she thinks I'm leaving. That's why she's acting like this. Or she told a big lie to management and to HUD. Went down to Richmond there. That's why she made all those trips. And she was telling them all these buku crocodile tear lies. And now she's got to live the part because if she don't, she'll be the next one going. So it's one of the 2 possibilities. And then today she had some charges filed against her, which had nothing to do with me, by the way. But maybe the Shields followed them. I don't know. Somebody filed charges against her. Or maybe the police, Hanover County might be doing it. Because since I'm getting evicted under unlawful circumstances, I'm being harassed over here myself. My rights have been violated. Then maybe they filed charges because of that. And that could be why she had charges, because, her friend was seen out there with Barbara telling her, it's going to be all right, Barbara Poe, it's going to be okay, everything's going to be all right, you'll see, it'll be fine. But when she got back this evening, she looked nervous when she left this morning, but when she got back this evening, she was really pissed off and really unhappy. So it don't look like things are so all right. So I don't know who filed the charges against Barbara Poe, but it wasn't me. So, like I said, she's not a model saint. And so, like I said, when you start messing with people's lives, and like I said, things happen to people when you do things. And so this is no different. God's definitely, showing that. Because this is justice. When you say lies, they all come down. And this is part of that process, just like it will continue to come down. Even after I'm gone. I think here it's going to get a lot worse here. The way things are run around here right now is going downhill, way downhill since Nancy left. And since, it's gotten a lot worse. Things don't get done right away in a timely manner when it comes to maintenance. Things take sometimes several months before things get fixed around here. Just to give you an idea, HUD and Linda Price. We had a light out here in our building, and I've said something to the office about it's going out. It's a safety light in the front of the building. It's gone out. It has not been replaced in about 3 months. They fixed it once. It worked for about a month, and then 3 months later, it's still out. They haven't put a new light bulb in it. They haven't fixed it or replaced it or anything. And, it's a real nice light. The neighbor downstairs that lives in the front unit, she says she likes it because she likes the safety and she likes how it lights up her living room when she turns off her lights at night. Now, she's got to turn on her lights more because that light's not on outside because it helps her see in her apartment at night. So she don't have to run her lights as much at night. So now she's got to run them more because it's not that very bright outside. And she doesn't feel like she's as safe because that light is out. Oh, I noticed Patricia Tyler's got the monogram license plate in the whole complex because she's the mayor of Harbor Square. She had her light on tonight. So either somebody came over there tonight or either she just had it on because she's scared to cat of everything. Because she thinks the trees, she thinks the trees are a bunch of people running by our windows, or kids, or somebody's running by our window all the time. She swears up and down to it, just like she swore up and down that I was knocking on her window. And she told my uncle, she says, she goes, well, my uncle goes, did you see who was knocking on the window? She says, no, but I know for sure, without a doubt, it's Michael. I'm going to call the police tonight on him, and they're going to be talking to him. Of course, she called the police, but I wasn't even over there. And the funny thing is, when Danny left, there's something to think about. Like I told the landlord, I've already told her this. But when Danny left, all the knocking and all the knocking and rocking stopped. With the windows. It's kind of weird how ironically that stopped, though. But it did. He left, right? It all just magically, deliciously stopped. Wonder why? Probably because he was the one doing it. Probably. Just like how Barbara Poe's, probably their violations disappeared out of her folder because they broke in the office and stole them. And she was shredding them on her shredder. There's all kinds of rumors going around, but there may be some truth to that. Because there was somebody in there that week when the police came for the computers. And like I said, these people, the detective that came out here, we're going to get her in court. We're going to get that representative because there's no truth or proof of anything that ties me to this allegation about me knocking on the windows either. And we're going to get her in court. We're going to get the police in here that came out here for Barbara's computer, and they looked at it, and they checked it over. There was nothing wrong with her computer at all, and it was all false allegations. And that, they should have been already evicted out of here for the slanderous things that they did. They should both be out of here, because when you slander somebody, that's an automatic eviction. That's not a violation. That's an automatic out. And that's what they did to me, both of them. So like I said, justice will be done in court, and we're going to prove it. So like I said, we got the proof on that. We definitely have it, because we got the police and we got the detective. So good luck with that, Linda Price. The video is wrong that's being used. The video is definitely wrong. You can't even use it. You're using more than one video. They can't be used. You don't even have the title of the video. You don't have the time it was published. Besides, all that stuff about me yelling her name is all fake anyway. It's not even no truth to it. I never said her name on the night in question in the notice. They just assumed I said it. But you know, the funny thing that you mentioned it, she does watch me. She's been outside my door because Barbara Poe has been sighted by my neighbors. You know, like John saw her out the door, John Kirby, and seen him up against my door. Even Miriam Tate lives below me, and Kathy Tucker has seen her outside my door, ironically. So I mean, these three people have seen her outside my door, and they're my neighbors. They've seen it. Mr. Thomas seen her up there outside my door. So there's 4 people in this building. I'm sure Janine did not even talk to. I'm just gonna convict him no matter what. Damn it! I don't have nothing, but I'm just gonna go on hearsay. And I'm just going to evict him because I'm tired of all this stuff. So I'm just going to evict him because it's just because I want to do it because of the pressure, because I just want to listen to the gossipers. And yeah, it must be some truth to it. So I'm just going to go with the crowd, the peanut gallery, and evict him on false charges and allegations and hearsay. So that's basically what's happening here. But anyway, this is the news. Michael DeSilvas, take care. Have a good day. We'll have more news coming out later on today. Another update.